What's up, friends? Thanks for clicking on the video today. Today's video is going to be all about how I moved to California and some tips that you hopefully can take away if you're planning on moving or want to move your life across the country, or even if it's just a couple states away. Moving is very, very stressful. It's very hard, but it's doable. And if you have the right tools for success, which I want to share with you guys today. So yeah. With that being said, let's get rolling. So how did I move my life across the country? So in case those of you don't know, I moved from Kentucky to California back in May, and I had been planning this move for about 2 years. It was May 2015 when the idea came to me that I wanted to move. I wanted to be somewhere warm. I wanted to be somewhere just in an environment that was active and very outdoorsy, and I kind of settled on San Diego. I spent a summer away from my family, and I kind of wanted to gauge whether or not I could really handle being away from my family for an extended period of time. And when I came home from that, I went to Fisher's Island, and then when I came home from Fisher's, I loved it, and I was like, I can definitely see myself moving. But in my head, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to move. This was August, and then I'm like, I'm gonna move in January when I'm graduated and I'm done with school, and I'm gonna move to California by January, and that's it. Like that was my initial plan. But my parents kind of sat me down and they were like, Angela, you don't have any money. So good luck moving across the country without any money or a job lined up. So initially I was like, oh, they don't support me, or they don't believe in this, or whatever. My parents are crushing my dreams. But truthfully, they were just trying to bring me back to reality. Like, listen, it's not that we don't want you to do this, we just want you to do it the right way. So I kind of had to come down from cloud 9 and like let reality set in. But basically from that point, I worked in New York City, and then I went back to Fisher's and worked, and then I worked in Fleet Feet for a little bit. So about a year and a half of planning and saving, I finally was able to save enough money to move here. So basically what I did was I budgeted. I made sure whenever I got my paychecks, I made sure this portion's gonna go in my savings for San Diego, this portion's for loans, this portion's for, play money and just out, being out with friends and things like that. And I made sure to budget my money so that way I could make this happen. So I budgeted, and then, I knew that it was a possibility that I wasn't gonna have a job when I first moved here. So, I was thinking of things that I could do. And so when I got hired at Fleet Feet last year, I was told that there was a Fleet Feet that had just opened in San Diego, and I was like, perfect. This would be awesome to just like work here and then transfer out there. Obviously, there's a little gap because it doesn't exactly work that way because they're locally owned. But I made the connection to Fleet Feet San Diego out here, and it was awesome because I got hired there in August of this past year, and then that led me to Crunch, which was right across the street from Fleet Feet, and I got hired there as a personal trainer. And so my next point is know people. Find people that know people where you want to move. So even if you don't directly know someone where you want to move, if you start telling people, hey, I want to move, I want to move here, I want this, I want that, people will be like, oh, I know someone that moved there, and they can connect you with that person. And even if you're not directly related to them or don't have like a close friendship with them, just like making it known that you want to move. I did the same thing on Facebook, and my roommate now, who I knew from high school, saw that I wanted to move out here, and now we're roommates. So I'm telling you, make it public, make it known to people that this is what you want to do, and you'll find connections. So budget, make connections, and just make plans to go to wherever you want to go. I came out to San Diego twice before I moved here officially, just to kind of figure out, okay, what's the area like where would I might want to live, you know, just all these different things that would consider when I move out here. And then the family that I lived with when I first moved here, they moved from Sacramento to San Diego, so I was able to move in with them, so I didn't have to have an apartment or sign a lease right away. So I lived with them for a couple weeks, and then I found an apartment within a couple weeks. You know, we signed our lease. You know, we pay really good rent here for the area that we're in, and just recognize that like this is gonna take you a long time. I wanted to move here after I graduated in December of 2015. It took me a year and a half later to actually make the move officially. So just prepare for yourself to, like, if you have a timeline in your head, it's probably gonna be longer than you expect. So that's my biggest advice. Just continually pursue it, you know, push yourself towards it, make your grind, however you need to make your money, however you need to save up, you know what you need to do. Just put yourself out there is all I have to say. You know, a lot of people were like, oh, why do you want to move to California? Like, wow, like that's a big move. And I'm like, yeah, it is, but it's what I want. It's the environment that I want to be in. I love the atmosphere here. I love living here. I don't love the cost of living here, but that's my biggest advice is budget, plan, and connect to people in the area, and you will make significant moves. And just, like I said, putting that time into it. You know, if it really matters to you, you'll make the time to plan for it. You'll make the sacrifices to not go out to eat to your most favorite restaurant every week. Like, make commitments to whatever you're trying to do, and you'll get to where you want to go. So if you have any specific questions about how I moved here, please comment below, send me a message on my social media or an email. I'm always available. I love hearing from you. So if that's, you know, if you're interested in moving somewhere and you have any more questions, please always reach out to me. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys next week.